Hi everybody, it's Carla with Cobweb Corner and welcome to FlossTube number 14. We are up to 262 subscribers. Thank you to everyone who subscribed this last week. You are helping me reach my goal of 300 subscribers by the end of June. I've got a ways to go yet, so please feel free to share my FlossTube channel, and if you are new, thank you for watching, and I hope you'll consider subscribing. Just hit the little subscribe button down below, and then afterwards hit the bell that comes up and you'll be notified whenever we have a new FlossTube video. So I have a lot to talk about this week. It's been a great week. I hope it has been for you too. We are finally getting some good weather. We've had just rain, and now it went right from, we were turning our furnace on, and the next day the air conditioner was on, and then that night it would get down to 45 and we turned the furnace back on. It was just been crazy. And this week it's gotten warm and actually kind of hot. So we kind of skipped spring this year, but my husband and I finally got our bikes out last Saturday, and we didn't go very far. I have not worked out at all winter long, and now it's already June. Usually I'm running by now and biking, and the weather's it's just been horrible weather, so I haven't been able to do it. So we rode a short ride just right from our house to a small town about 4.5 miles one way. So we went about 9 miles, and I was like, oh my gosh. And it was pretty flat except for the way back. The hill coming up to our house is pretty wicked, and I did it, but I was sure huffing and puffing, but it really felt good to get out. And I was a little bit sore the next day, but now it's Thursday already, and I haven't done any other kind of activity. So I'm really looking forward to having some nice days and getting the bike out again. I have a girlfriend that loves to ride bikes, and we meet up whenever we can after she gets off work and ride. We have some really nice trails here around here. So anyway, we did that. And also last Friday, I had told you in my last video that I was going on a trip with my mom. It was a bank trip. Their local bank takes a bus load of people, and it was my mom and I and my sister-in-law and about 30, I think there was 32 of us. And we went to the musical Grumpy Old Men at a small dinner theater in East Moline, Illinois. And we drove about 2 hours into Davenport, Iowa. And the first thing we did was stopped at a mall, and we had about an hour and a half potty break before we had to get back on the bus to go to the dinner theater. So they just dropped us off at the mall and we could shop. And my mom actually wanted me to take her shopping anyway. She really can't shop on her own because of her eyesight. So we got her a pair of shoes, and then we went to Talbot's and got her a shirt, and I bought this new scarf. I had this jean jacket on that day, and I'm like, this scarf looks really good with this jean jacket. So, and it was under this sign that said sale, so I didn't even look at the price, and I go up and this scarf was not on sale, but I'm like, oh well, special day out with my mom, I'm gonna buy the scarf. And then we went down and the mall had this great kitchen store, and it was just huge. It was full of all kinds of stuff, and we must have spent a half hour in there. And one of the things they had that I was really shocked at was they had a coffee. They had fresh bean coffee that you could buy. I don't know, 24 different kinds, and one of them was $74 a pound. I'm like, what? And another one was $55 a pound. I'm like, I couldn't even afford one cup. So that was pretty interesting. Oh, here's Bo. Come on, Bo. And but while we were there, my sister-in-law saw these two things. She said, Carla, you've got to get these. And the first one she saw was this crazy cat lady apron. Speaking of my cats. And it's got little paw prints on the pocket, and then the cute little cats down below. So I got that, and then to go with it, I got a kitty pot holder. So I am officially a crazy cat lady. Bo, you need to leave that. So, and the other thing that I got there, they had these little painted rocks, and this one says "Dance in the Breeze." Whoops, sorry, I don't know why I did that. With a little dandelion blowing, and I got this to give to the little neighbor girl who takes care of my cats when we travel. So I pay her, but I always like to throw in a little something extra for her. She just does a great job, and we travel a lot, so I ask a lot of her. So that was really fun. And then we went to had the dinner theater, and I had manicotti, and I ordered a glass of wine, and then they had the show Grumpy Old Men, and it was good. It was kind of raunchy, a little bit raunchier than expected. I'm no prude or anything, but yeah, I won't go into details because I don't want to offend anybody. And it wasn't horrible, but it kind of got, the raunchy jokes kind of just kept happening one after another, and I'm like, okay, this is getting a little old, but it was good, and it was a really fun day. And I got home left the house here about 7 o'clock in the morning, and I was home about 7 o'clock at night. So really fun day. It was a great weather, and I really enjoyed spending the time with my mom and my sister-in-law. So we did that. Let's see. I think that's about it. My husband's traveling today, but he'll be back tomorrow. He had to fly to Florida just for one night, so he left I think he had to leave the house at like 4:45 in the morning. Thank goodness I didn't have to take him to the airport. And he gets back like at 10:30 tomorrow night. So he travels a lot for work, but a lot of times it's just 1 or 2 days at a time. So it's not so bad. I can't think of anything else that happened this week that was noteworthy. So on to stitchy news. Haul. So for haul, what did I get? I don't know. That all I got in the mail for haul was my needles that I talked about last time came. And I ordered 25 needles, and they are Bohin. It's a French, they come from France, and it's Bohin. And I talked about them in video number 13. I'll put a link. They're in my Amazon shop, but I really like them. I've already used a couple of those. So I got those in, and I think that's about it. So for stitchy, of what I did on stitching is I have a finish, and I am so excited. It's actually pretty much an FFO. I've been working on the Getaway Ghost needle case by Fern Ridge Collections. It's a kit, complete kit. You get everything you need. And I started it maybe 3 months ago, and I had to put it away for a couple weeks because one of the pieces of material I needed was missing for the kit, and I finally got that in the mail. But here it is. Oops, sorry, I didn't mean to jiggle the camera. So that is my Getaway Ghost needle case. It's all stitched in hand, which was a real struggle for me. I just don't do well. So I stitched the large piece of linen, got a little bat charm, everything's included. Then the inside is lined. This will be a pocket here for scissors. I need to get a pair of scissors that fit. So they show scissors weren't included with the kit, and they show kind of have to be pretty short. That's maybe 3 inches high there, so it'd have to be 2.5 inches. And they had some with big handled black handles, and then just goes down like that. But it's got a little rest in peace charm. And then I did make a mistake, and I don't know that I'm going to correct it. Actually, the reason I made the mistake was the pattern was wrong. It had me stitch 2 eyelet stitches, which are here to hold the ribbon, and you were actually supposed to stitch 4. So because of where they were placed, I had to put my skeleton charm here, or it wouldn't have fit. And on the other side, I had already stitched the little fence. So the skeleton was supposed to go on the same side as the fence, and you were actually supposed to stitch 4 eyelet stitches. But by the time I realized the mistake, I had already fused the lining on. So this is just for me, so I'll probably keep it. This is a needle keeper, and inside is some Warm and Natural. That's the part I was missing. And you can see, sorry it's a little bright, but you can see I have one needle in there. And this with the skeleton just fits down inside this pocket. Right, like that. And then the scissors will go here, and then it folds closed, and it, if I can get it here, it snaps shut. So isn't that cute? So this took me so long. If I made it again, it would be relatively easy stitch. The only other thing I have left after I get the scissors is I have a little chain here. I don't know if you can see that. And that will go over the scissors to kind of hold them in place. So I really struggled with this. I'm not very good at stitching in hand. And these beads, there's 17 silver beads on top and 17 silver beads on the bottom. The top row took me 90 minutes. I was like, I just couldn't, everything was going wrong. I don't know why, but my needle came unthread probably 37,000 times, and I kept getting the hoop of my thread caught around one of the beads, and then I'd have to stop, and it was just like, finally I put it down. I got the top row done, and it was only like 8 o'clock at night, and I'm like, I can't do this again. So the next day I did the bottom row, and it only took me like a half hour. It went much quicker. Some of them are a little loose, but I kind of like that. They kind of jiggle. So I hope you can tell I'm just so excited about my finish. And I think this is going to just be a really nice keepsake to have out at Halloween. The Fern Ridge collection kits are amazing. They had a table at Market with all their kits made up. I don't know if it was all of them, but a lot of them. And my daughter and I spent like an hour in there just holding them and opening them. And this is one of the simpler ones. They have everything you need to complete the kit. Some of them do come with scissors. So I'm going to put a link to the Fern Ridge collection kits that I have in stock. You can also go to their website to see other kits that I don't carry, and I'll be glad to order if you see something. But tons of fun to stitch. And it's to hold it in hand and to feel it is just really, really neat. And you don't have to go out and pay a framer. So you have a finished project that you completed completely from start to finish. So get away goes. So I'm pretty happy with that. Sorry. The other thing I worked on is my girl sat on a dragon reading a book, and I got a lot done. So I had started before. I think I showed you I had just done like one of the knees, and now I've got the book pretty much done. And then this is part of the dragon. I don't know. Let's see if I get my original out. It's the dragon tail. So this is what it's going to look like when it's finished. And I've done this part here and started on this. And that part was pretty quick stitch. There's a lot of different colors. I'm sitting on my cat. Come here, Bo. There's a lot of different colors, and she has taken over my chair. A lot of different colors, and you do like a whole section of one color. So you get to do quite a few stitches in the same color before you have to change threads. So I'm going to continue working on that, and I now have a project bag finished. So I need to start something new, and I think what I'm going to start is Sunflowers Farm by Coeur et Baticoeur. I think I've showed that in a couple previous videos, so I think that's what I'm going to do, but I don't know if I'll start that this week or not. Anyway, that is it for my personal stitching news. I'm just so happy to be able to share finish. I haven't finished something for I don't know, 20 years maybe. I don't know. I made a cross stitch thing for my mother-in-law when she got married, and that was 25 years ago, and I don't know if I finished anything else since then. I've got some projects started, but I pretty much gave up stitching until I started watching FlossTube. And now I've had 2 stitches this year, or 2 finishes this year already. I had my Boo Bear by Stony Creek, which is not FFO'd, but it's but the stitching is done. And then now I have this needle case. So I'm going to have to get something else that's a little quick so I can keep having finishes because it's a lot of fun. Okay, I think that's it for my stitchy talk. And I'm going to go on to shop talk. So the title of my video is when customers aren't happy. So when I started this, since I'm not just a stitcher, I'm a shop owner. If you're new, I have an online only shop. I've been selling cross stitch for 19 years online. And, you run in, sometimes your customers just aren't happy. And when I started the FlossTube videos, I said I would talk about things regarding my business and different things that I have to do. And dealing with trying to keep my customers happy is one of those things. But sometimes it's a little hard. And this is not oh, pity me or whatever. I'm just sharing some things that happen as a business owner. So I'm going to tell you what happened, and then I would like you to comment on how you would handle the situation and what you would do. And then in the next video, I'll tell you what I did. So here's the background. A new customer came on the site and ordered a chart. She ordered Serenity Prayer Cabin by Stony Creek. Well, Stony Creek has two very similar charts with the Serenity Prayer. One is the floral Serenity Prayer, and one is this Serenity Prayer Cabin. And I think they might even have a couple others because that Serenity Prayer is so popular. So I shipped her the chart, and the next day or same day, and didn't hear anything back. And last week in the mail, I get a return, and it's the cabin chart. And this is the note that the customer wrote. This is not underlined the pattern I ordered. I ordered the Floral Serenity Prayer. As your website said that was out of stock, I ordered it from another site. Please refund my money. And because you sent me the wrong pattern, refund my shipping. And then her signature. So that was my first contact from the customer. And first of all, I did ship the right thing. And second, we did have both charts in stock. They are and were in stock. So either she was mixed up, and there's a number of things that could have happened. She really thought she ordered the Floral Serenity Prayer, and then was surprised and shocked when she got the wrong one, or she thought I don't know, or there's some other things that could be that I'm not going to say because I don't know that that's what happened. So. But this is the first contact I had from the customer. I can tell you how I would have liked it to have been handled. I would have liked for her to contact me nicely and say, Kitty's in my stuff. Hey, I got my order today and I think you sent me the wrong thing. And then we'd go from there. And I would have immediately sent out the Floral Serenity Prayer and probably told her to keep the Cabin Serenity Prayer. So that's the situation. Let me know in the comments below how you would handle it. And think about it before you answer, oh, I would have told her, too bad, I'm not refunding your money or whatever. Think about the repercussions of future business and think about online social media. What happens if a customer thinks you mistreated them, feels you mistreated them, and then goes and tells their friends that. So that's the situation as a business owner. And, it's not a big deal. Those kind of things happen. I make mistakes a lot. This particular time, I didn't make a mistake. When I do, I feel horrible because people want their stuff right away and they're looking forward to it. And then they open up their package and either something's missing or it's the wrong thing. So it does happen. So as a buyer, how would you have dealt with the situation had that happened to you as a customer? And as a business owner, if you were a business owner, how would you handle that that situation? So that's just my this is being a business owner thing. Then I got some stitchy mail the very next day after I got that in the mail, and this is from Susan, who had won the Ladybug and Chocolate giveaway the chocolates I brought back from Germany. And this is what she wrote. Dear Carla, thank you for the wonderful package that arrived this date. My hubby and I enjoyed a ladybug chocolate from Germany right away. Very nice, as was the floss and pattern that I plan to use in the next few days. I'm so happy to have found Cobweb Corner and you for my cross-stitch needs. I'm happy to be able to count on your service and the professional way you meet each and every one of my orders. I have not been so lucky with other cross-stitch online vendors. I also enjoy your floss tubes. I've told 2 of my stitchy buddies about your channel. They're happy to know you too. Wishing you the best and thank you again. Fondly, Susan. So like, wow. So I get this in the mail the very next day and I'm like, I almost cried. It's like, thank you, Susan. If you're watching, you made my day. And this is why, these kind of things are why I do this. I don't make any money doing this. My husband pretty much supports me. And hang on. I gotta rescue my cat. Okay, I'm back. I had to intervene because Bordeaux was playing with a plastic sack. And one time with another one of my cats, plastic sacks are always actually very dangerous for cats. If they get the handle looped around their neck, they can't get away from it and they go into flight mode. And that happened to one of my cats. She was playing with a plastic bag, just a grocery bag, and got the handle wrapped around her neck. And she ran and she ran. She was in the house, but we have a basement that you can kind of go in a big circle. She ran so fast and she was so scared. And we closed the door so she couldn't go in a circle and had to kind of, grab her and get the bag off. And it was horrible. She was really frightened. And Bordeaux was pretty close to doing the same thing. So sorry about the pause. So anyway, Susan, thank you. I can't tell you how much I appreciated getting that note in the mail. And people hardly ever send written thank you notes anymore. And that's fine. We're busy and Susan doesn't know me other than the orders that she placed. And she took the time to write that wonderful note and made my week. So thank you, Susan. So that's the great side about customer service and owning a business, that you get to meet people like that. And by far, 99.999% of my customers are like Susan. So thank you. So what else happened? Okay, so something exciting that we started this week is I have about just under 3,000 followers on my Facebook page. And it's pretty active. So if you want to get more of Cobweb Corner, go to our Facebook page. I put a link below and follow us. And I had purchased, I've mentioned a couple times that I purchased a very large personal collection from my best friend who is whittling down her cross-stitch stash that is mostly from, I would say mostly from the 1990s to early 2000s. And I've already gone through one large box and most of those things have been listed on my site, and those were individual patterns. And this week I went through a second box and it was all kits, pretty much all kits. And I don't normally sell kits because they're bulky, they're a little bit hard to ship, and they take up a lot of room to store. So I was like, what am I going to do with this? Because it's all, one of every kit. There's not like there's 5 of them to make listing them online easier. And so I went out to my Facebook page and I said, what do you guys think about me having like an auction style sale? And I got a pretty good response. I had like 40 people say, yeah, let's do it. So today, Thursday, June 6th, is be too late for most of you watching, but we're having our first auction style sale of 6 kits. It started at 9 o'clock in the morning and it goes until 9 o'clock at night Central Time. And I did a video first and a couple days ahead of time and showed every kit, talked about it, told what condition it was in. So people could have a couple days to research what they thought that kit might be worth. And I also in the video said what the starting bid price was going to be. And then today at 9 o'clock, I had my post scheduled to post at 9. And we've had, it's like, let's see, it's 2 o'clock Central Time now. So the auctions have been going for about 5 hours. And there's a lot of bids on them. It's going really well, and it's super fun to watch. And people are like writing, cross my fingers, hope I win, and I would love to stitch this. And all the rules are on our Facebook page. But I think this is going to be a frequent thing. I think we're just going to have, it'll be a good way for me to get rid of the kits, first of all, which there are a lot of. And then I can start working on some of my older inventory, maybe bundling things together. I don't know how it will work, but if that's something that interests you, then go to our Facebook page and keep an eye out, because I think we're going to do this pretty frequently. It's going really well. The surprise is there's this fabulous Teresa Wentzler chart English Garden Welcome kit. It's a complete kit, which it must weigh 3 pounds of floss. I don't know. There's so much floss in that chart, in that kit. And nobody's bid on that yet. We still have, a long time yet. We still have 7 hours almost before the auction's over. But I had it listed starting bid price at $25, and I'd seen it go on eBay for upwards of $65. So we'll see what happens with that. But it's a lot of fun, and I think my customers are enjoying it too. So that happened this week. Got to try new things. What I did, I continued to enter in Plum Street. So again, my current inventory, new inventory. Sorry, I have my legs crossed underneath the table and I keep kicking the camera, and I really apologize for that. So I finished entering my wholesale order from Hoffman Distributors, where I had ordered pretty much all Plum Street samplers. And that is new to Cobweb Corner, not new to you probably, but I'm having a lot of fun with these designs, and they're selling really, really quickly. So I want to show you the ones I entered this week. The first one is Olga's Autumn Stocking, and I love this. I've never stitched a stocking before. And I'm not sure I'm ready to take one on yet, but isn't that cool? I love that. Then the next one is Earthly Treasures. Dwell not on earthly treasures, nor covet or envy or pout. Thou entered this world and brought nothing in, and will carry with thee nothing out. That's Earthly Treasures. Then they have a series of stacked animals, and this one is Snort Stack, which is 3 stacked pigs with blue flowers. And that's a small design. It's only 54 by 90. So cute. This one is called Blackberry House, and I love it. I would consider, I'm thinking about maybe stitching that sometime. Isn't that cool? It's got the alphabet along the bottom and kind of the starry things on the top, and then a large potted plant with the bird, and there's a birdhouse. I really like that. Babushka's Bees. This one I'm thinking about stitching for my daughter. She loves bees. She's so into gardening, and she did volunteer work in a garden in Huntsville, Alabama, and she tells me, we talk a lot about the dire straits of the honeybees and what that will mean to the world if they don't make a comeback. And I kind of see her as this being this old lady someday and taking care of bees. So I don't know, I really like that one. Sew Sisters. This one's clever. It's got 2 women, and the pot is filled with pin keeps. I don't know if they're strawberry ones or the standard tomato pin keeps, but I like that too. Sew Sisters. And this is Olga's Tart. That's only 71 by 67. And this one is Judge Not That Ye Not Be Judged. And the name of the chart is Judge Not. I love this. Every single lamb is different, just like every different person. So, don't judge. I just really like that. And the sheep are cute. And it's just this nice reminder that everybody's unique and has their differences, and don't judge. excuse me. Bovinia is like so clever. It's got this spotted cow, and he's chewing on, I guess, is chewing on a vine with these large flowers. Cobblegob, I've seen a couple people in other FlossTube videos stitching this. There are so many autumn flowers in there, and then the 3 stacked turkeys and corn growing. And this is only 54 by 90. Cobblegob. Another stacked animals, the fox view. It's got the 3 foxes stacked on top with a different shaped blue flower, and this is 54 by 90. So if you're looking for a fun small, this one is another one. Actually, this might be better for my daughter. Harvest Keeper. And it's got a woman and kind of like a witch's hat, large hat, and again, 3 beehives, taking care of the bees. Mermaid Fractor. Mermaid charts have been really popular. I like the waves on the bottom and the top. The Addams Family. Yeah, first you look at the Addams Family font down below and you think, oh, Halloween. But if you read the back, I'm going to read the back to you. So take a good look. There's 2 women and 2 men or young men or something. And then, so the back says, did you know John and Abigail Adams had 6 children, although only 2 are featured in this design? The young Abigail, Nabby, and her brother, the 6th President of the United States, John Quincy. John and Abigail's other children were Grace, Susanna, Charles, Thomas, and Elizabeth, who was stillborn. So even though the font kind of thinks, oh, Adams Family, it's actually Adams Family of John Quincy Adams, the 6th President of the United States. And there is an American flag in there. So that's pretty clever. Another stacked animal, goats. It's called Goat Load. And this is 54 by 90. And Blackbird Fractor. And here's just some other miscellaneous charts I entered this week. This is Springberry Creek Designs, Love My Cat Regardless. And if you look at this is so my cats. There's a bunch of hearts, but some of the hearts have been, not I want to say destroyed, but played with by the cat. So they have missing pieces and stuff like that. And then another one by the same designer, The Ultimate Debate, Over versus Under. That'd be so cute in a bathroom. Okay, some more by Plum Street Samplers. Boris. Cute little dog with flowers on his side. And then Stranded Jacks. And this is Halloween designs with a nautical theme. So you've got the whale, there's an anchor, a mermaid with a witch hat, a pumpkin in a boat, things like that. Halloweenies. There's a few of the dog charts in a series there. There was Jean Weenies or something where the dogs are wearing blue jeans. This one I also really like. This is Cinnamon Stars. This is a great autumn chart. It shows a large brick farmhouse, which is unusual. You don't usually see these stone houses. And it's got the cinnamon stars coming out the chimney, smoke coming out like that. And then it's got a huge garden with a scarecrow. And the garden has sunflowers, pumpkins, and corn. And this chart's 168 by 100, so not horrible. I love this chart. This is a series too with the horse, and it's a delivery series. This is Harvest Delivery, and I really like this. And this one's 157 by 70. And Halloween Delivery. A Halloween coach with the pumpkins being pulled by the black crow or raven. So that's what I worked on for new stock. Now to go into our featured designer for some older things. And the designer I'm going to feature this week is Mosey and Me. And most of the charts here, I think, I think maybe the newest chart is 1999. Sorry, I'm looking down, but I was trying to see. So I'm going to show you, and these are really cute. They're very unique style. If you've seen them before or worked with Mosey and me, you'll recognize it right away. This one is called Willie Stitches, and it's got this cute checkered heart with the cat. Willie is in a number of their designs, and Willie's an angel in this one looking down over this heart, and there's a number of specialty stitches in that. And then this one's called Frank's Santa. Whoops, sorry. And Frank's Santa right now happens to be our free chart with purchase. So as of the taping of this video. So on Cobweb Corner's website, every time you purchase something, you have the option to possibly get a free chart with your purchase. And it's a chart selected by me. And the way it works is, if you have 3 or more cross-stitch items in your cart, not floss, I think it includes needle nannies though, needle nannies and fabric. If you have 3 or more items in your cart, you're able to add the current free chart with the coupon free chart, all one word, FREECHART. And you can do that as many times as you want. I don't change the chart real frequently just because I kind of forget about it, but I don't just automatically include it because lots of people, I would run out of charts, but also the current free chart doesn't always appeal to everybody. But if you see it and you like it and you have at least 3 items in your cart, just enter the coupon code free chart and you'll get whatever the current free chart is. And you can find the free chart. There's a link in our menu called Save More, and the free chart link is under that. So Save More, and I'll put a link to the current free chart in down below in the comments. But we've given away almost 700 free charts, and a lot of people don't remember that it's there. Sometimes it won't work with a coupon if you're already using another coupon, but usually if you put it in the comments, I'd like the free chart, we'll throw it in there. This one is called Spring Sampler, and it says rich soil, warm sun, sharp tools, seed, singing birds. That is all you need. That's a great spring design. This one is called Faith. This one's a quick stitch. Faith, sunshine, and happy thoughts. This one, love has no color, it speaks no language. I really like that saying. Kind of goes with that sheep chart, judge not. This one is called Twigs. Warm and woolly Santa. I really like this one. To market we go. It's a plaid sheep and a bunny in a cart. This one's called Burr Shiver Shiver. Snowman band sampler. Hey, Bo. You Are My Sunshine. This one, Stitch Faster. I really wish I could stitch faster. Stars and Sam. This one is called One Small Miracle, and it comes with a snowflake charm. Joseph's Coat. And that says, we are like Joseph's coat of many colors, all bound together in God's love. Chester's Heart. And that's it. So I think that's pretty much it for shop talk. So the giveaway, let's talk about the giveaway. Last week's giveaway was a Merry Little Summer by Sam Sarah Designs, and the Beach Flowers Needle Keep by Gecko Rouge. And the winner for that is Jaslyn Shearer, Shearer. I hope I'm saying that right. So Jaslyn, if you're watching, please get a hold of me right away and I will ship that out to you. This week's giveaway is Lizzie Cate's If the Broom Fits, Fly It. And to go with that is the matching needle minder, which also says if the broom stitch fits, fly it. So that's by Stitch Dots. That would be super quick stitch, and you'd have the little needle minder, needle nanny, to be on your project with you. So if you would like to win that, just say, I'd like to stitch the hat. I'd like to stitch the hat. And I'll choose that winner with my next video. And so far I've been putting videos out about every week. So great. So I think that's it. That was fun. I didn't take too awful long. I hope you enjoyed it. Please consider subscribing. I really want to get to 300 subscribers by the end of June. I know it's just a number. Doesn't really matter. But you got to have goals. So, and check out our Facebook page if you're interested in the auctions. And I think that's it. I'm going to try to get some stitching time in this week, and I hope to get outside too and get some exercise. I desperately need it. So anyway, have a great weekend. Happy stitching, everybody. Thanks for watching. Bye.